But I just got to share this with you, Jeanette. As I told you before in the show, I go to California a lot because my family lives out there. And I was there when the troops were sent in by Donald Trump. You talk about a lack of grace. You talk about a senseless act. You talk about trying to stir people up, trying to destroy economies just to win over your supporters, and just to get perpetrate hate. No reason. I don't even think there's a threat at the border. I never thought there was. I thought the whole thing was exaggerated from the get-go. And they sent troops in. And now Chicago's kind of facing the same thing, Jeanette. And you know something? If Brandon Johnson gets like Gavin Newsom and stands up to Trump if Trump sends the troops into Chicago, corporate Chicago will not support him. They'll be as worthless in this fight as they've been in every other fight. They will run away. They'll say, oh, you're needlessly provocative. Oh, you're not getting along with the president. You got to learn to play the game. You got to let the president do what he wants to do and suck up to him. And so I feel it's a real threat that Trump gets around to sending in the troops. He'll send them to Chicago. Your thoughts?
He gonna do it, and to your point, they gonna watch. They're going to watch. People are going to get killed. We'll give up a few dollars, maybe give up a holiday, raise a few flags, and go on to business as usual. But it's our own fault because we keep letting the shit happen. I'm at the point, everybody is my ally but white supremacy. I'm going to continue to say that. And so for me, this is what you get for not electing a black woman. Was it worth it? The number of families that all of these, imagine the same people who were singing vote for Donald Trump are now being kicked out of the country. Yeah. And they're being kicked out to countries that are not theirs, where they're another set of foreigners, but that's what you signed up for.
Yeah. That's wild.
My mother used to say a hard head make a soft ass.
Your mother said that?
Yes.
I'm going to write that down.
A hard head makes a soft ass. We told y'all this was going to happen. We told y'all. Kamala literally got on TV, debate after debate after debate, and told y'all exactly what Donald Trump is going to do. And of course, because you couldn't see past that she didn't have a penis, and you couldn't see past that she was black, you voted for this monkey ball shit, so enjoy it. This is the circus. This is the circus, Ringling Brothers, and Universal Soul all wrapped into one on a national level. I got my popcorn. You got yours?
No, it's too scary to eat popcorn and watch this. I'll choke.
Oh, I'm not watching it. I promise you. If I'm not getting my news out of reading the paper, I cannot watch him. I can't listen to him talk. He don't read the prompts. He don't know what the fuck he's talking about. He sounds like a confused senior who has dementia. I can't do it. I am not doing it. He misses the prompts. They ask him questions. They've asked him the same questions twice, and he answers different times. I'm not torturing myself. It's like a bad movie on Tubi. I can't do it. I can't do it.
Yeah, no, that's another point. It's funny. I mean, you said it was true. Joe Biden was too old to be president. He should have announced midway. It's absolutely correct. In retrospect, it's so obvious. He should have just announced midway through those that first term.
No, in the beginning, he wasn't ready.
Yeah.
But this is selfish shit that Democrats do to keep power. This is selfish shit we do. Some of it is our fault. I'm not gonna slide past like we not just as fucked up as the Republicans. We are. Only thing is we got a little more grace and love and caring for our folks. But these parties have not done right by us. They haven't. They've done the bare minimum. They do just enough to stay in office, and it's sick. It's a sick system, and I'm exhausted.
You don't sound exhausted. I'm just telling you that. You sound like you have a little fight.
I promise. I got a little fire today because I get to vent and let it out and say what I've been feeling. You notice I've been very quiet.
Sometimes you've been quiet. Why?
Because the amount of death threats and things that people, want to do to me for speaking the truth, my family is my first priority. And being alderman, none of that shit's gonna matter if you come from me and my family. And so literally, after speaking up for Miracle Boyd and the black firefighters, people were calling my office saying they was gonna knock me out and hang me with a rope. And so you got to be very careful. I actually, when I go to places that I'm not familiar with, I got a staff or security with me because people are crazy. And so the thing that was scary to me because that's a reality for us as electeds, and I think people don't see that. And so I'm always gonna speak my piece. I'm always gonna say what I got to say, but I tread a little lightly now. But don't get it twisted. If you walk up on me with your bullshit, you gonna get what you're looking for.
uh, I can tell you, folks, just before I move into the curfew issue, that Jeanette Taylor's been on the front lines for as long as I've known her. And I remember Jeanette was the one who reached out to me. This was usually, you probably don't remember this. Jeanette was an activist in Chicago, very involved in her public schools. And you got in touch with me, Jeanette. You go, how do these TIFs things work again? Just explain. How do
Absolutely,
these
because I couldn't figure it out. Like people talk about it and they don't have a fucking clue what they talking about. And I just heard it was a slush fund, which really what it was.
what it
But
is?
I wanted to learn, and I knew you talked about it all the time. And so if you're gonna learn, you learn from the best.
Thank you, Jeanette. I appreciate that. But that's it's been a long time since
Yep.
we met. All right, here we go. Here's the quote. And I read this quote in Block Club. I took a picture of it, texted it to you, and I said, come on the show. You got to come on the show. I will read the quote, and then I'll allow you to riff and take it a little further. So just so folks know, we've talked about this on the show in the past. This is a local issue, but everything's tied to national issues as well. Everything's all tied together. All right. And so part of the issue is we never have money for anything that people really need. And so we always have money to drop bombs somewhere, but never have money for things that people really need. Okay. We'll drop bombs anywhere before we spend a nickel anyway. And then as soon as you spend the nickel, Jeanette, they go, oh, it's waste and fraud. Anyway, so it came down to the issue of a curfew in the city of Chicago. Because some of the aldermen throughout the city, but concentrated downtown, said it was scary and dangerous to have these hordes of teenagers rampaging through the loop. So they wanted to do what they call a snap curfew, which gives the city the opportunity, the ability, the police department to implement a curfew, I think within a half an hour. Just like it's 7:30, the curfew said, hey, get off the streets, everybody. They had a vote on it, 27-22, it passed in the city council, which is not veto proof. And Brandon Johnson says he's going to veto it. So we'll see what happens there. But here was Jeanette Taylor's response, and I'm quoting, quote, if you hate young people, just say that, because obviously you do, because we're still investing in the wrong things. You love your downtown, but you hate our young people. This is not about protecting them or the people that are downtown. It's about protecting your interests. Jeanette, floor is yours. Go talk a riff on what you said. Go ahead.
So think about what downtown is. It's where the Magnificent Mile is. It's where Macy's is. It's where you got, what was it called? Something Row. I can't. I'm losing it. You got what it was, a Jewelry Row. This is the place. Yep. This is where your money is, and so you don't want to make visitors and folks with money uncomfortable looking at loads of young people down there who want to enjoy the bean. I still don't know what the hell the bean is. I still don't know what to do. I just know we spend millions of dollars on keeping it clean. I still don't know. Um, you got a skating ring down there. You got Maggie Daly Park. You have Buckingham Fountain. You have all the beauty that Chicago holds downtown. And so because young people don't have those institutions in their community, they want to be downtown. Can you now, as a kid, being I did not hang downtown. Downtown for me was scary, because I didn't see a lot of black people, a lot of people that look like me. And I was made to feel like this poor person because going downtown for my family, my father would take us downtown town to get these muffins at Woolworth. That was a treat to us. That's something he had to save for. It didn't happen all the time, but every now and then that could happen. And so I never wanted to go downtown because the institutions that I wanted to attend to were in my community. Think of this. I'm adjacent from the Obama Presidential Center. I don't have a bowling alley. I don't have a skating ring. I don't have a Chuck E. Cheese. I have nothing fun for young people to do. And so what's the expectation? What do you expect them to do? They don't have any of those things, and so they want to enjoy day downtown. They pay taxes. They spend their money. And so please explain to me why you want to throw in a curfew for them to be downtown because you don't want to scare the folks who are coming to visit here. So let's disrespect our young people, but worry about the people who are visitors. You're worried about what the people who actually live downtown, which we don't even talk about how many folks downtown got a subsidy while you trying to be elitist. I won't even dive into that, how much money we give them just to be downtown. But at the end of the day, you don't punish young people for wanting to have fun. Then another thing that is not a part of the conversation is that it's some adult that lives in the suburb who is starting these teen trends. Get his ass. Why is he not in trouble? Why is he not in the media? Because we all know that the children that you're going to victimize are black and brown kids. We know that already. The top cop said, Superintendent Snelling, who lives in my ward, said this is not a tool I'm gonna use. I have the tools I need. If I need it. And we already have a curfew. So to me, this is your way of catering to your downtown folks, your folks with money who say they don't want to see people that look like me in their community, in their area. Let's call this what it is. This ain't about safety because I ain't heard of a safety plan. Where's CTA in the conversation? Where's the park district? Where are the organizations that we give millions of dollars to do violence prevention and youth programs? They not down there. They're not saying, okay, we're gonna take these young people that got in trouble. Let's get them in the program. Where's DFSS? Let's get this family in some type of support. This mother apparently is never home because she working 90 hours a week. Let's raise the minimum wage again. Let's get this woman a job where she ain't gone all day. We won't do any of that. We'll continue to put a band-aid on the bullet wound and blame folks for poor government.
Uh, so when you say things like this, well, how do your aldermanic colleagues respond?
You got some that agree, and you saw the vote. You saw the vote. It ain't veto proof, but you got enough people. But also, these are the same people who don't hire young people. I got the youngest staff in the city of Chicago. My chief of staff, she's the youngest in Chicago's history. She's 23 years old. She came from Hyde Park High School. She grew up in the pocket, is what they call it. And so they don't believe in young people. They don't see young people as the people Whitney Houston said our future. That's not what they see. They see nuisance. They see headaches. They see people they don't understand. Kind of what our parents saw us to be.
Yeah.
Kind of the same, no different.
Yeah. I'll tell. Wow, that's just when you said that, I had a smile because, believe it or not, when I was about 20, my mother did not want me going downtown. She thought I would get beat up, robbed, mugged, and I was drawn downtown by the movies that were downtown. I mean, that's where I love to see my Rocky movies, etc., and so forth. Rocky, I saw it downtown, Jeanette, and so yeah, there's always been this division about downtown as long as I can remember, going way back. Go back to the 70s and clean up downtown. Downtown's too dirty. We gotta spruce it up. And people love Mayor Daley. The business community love Mayor Daley because he poured money in downtown. I still see Mayor Johnson. This is why I have to smile at the fact that the corporate community doesn't support him. He still adheres to that. Jeanette,
every mayor has. They love that, and they keep finding. Every time I think they can't build more, they find another damn space to build something else. Like, God, wasn't that just a parking garage? Y'all knocked it down to build an 80-foot building? Like, make it make sense. Like, we have no investment in the community, but y'all love y'all downtown. And y'all love it to the point where y'all would do harmful things to hurt our young people. That is not okay.